I think the first thing we need to know, all the merchant or every company want to enter the new market, the first thing they have to focus on is the user. So every product we're launching now is focused on user behavior. And if you want to enter the new market, the first thing we have to be consider is that how the user will be react to the merchant and the product. First, before we think about how it will be divided on a credit card or something other payment you provide. So in terms of like user like you and me, currently what we are looking for is something, firstly, it had to be simple and familiar with everyone. So secondly, it had to be like localized. So if you want to enter the China market, it's hard for you to like try to force people pay with credit card because the QR code payment is popular in there. So if you want to enter China market, you're not able to force people like, hey, this credit card payment is absolutely perfect, you need to try. So you have to follow the localized people, the behavior. So in terms of the merchant, to be fit on the local market, first thing they had to build something very simple and friendly with the local people. Like what they look like if like they from China, they need to see the barcode. They don't see like if they force you, you force them to use like credit card, they will say like, hey, no, I'm not using you. So the first thing the merchant had to do is bring something familiar with the people, simple and localized. And secondly, I think the merchant had to be catch up with the innovation. Like what we see from last few years, in the global scale, stablecoin payment getting very fast growing in emerging country. So in terms of you want to enter in emerging country, you need to be follow innovation, like you get adoption for stablecoin payment, and you make the people pay with stablecoin more easy. Maybe in the system, it's in your system. Maybe they not see what you're running behind, but in terms of like in front face, the user need to see something similar way with what they pay every day. So that I think two things the merchant need to be done before they want to enter a new market. Good question. I think stablecoin is really changing our daily life. The beauty of stablecoin is can moving globally with very low fee compared with the bank transfer currently. Like you can make a transfer $1 million with just $0.1 fee. So it's really changing the way people make the payment, the way people make the payment globally, and the way people moving money. And one special thing many people don't know that now in many people in the emerging countries they're using stablecoin for saving. Because why? Because the local fiat money losing value every single day. Many countries like Turkey, it's like 80% of inflation. So they start moving, they just start using stablecoin for saving, not just for the cross-border payment, but for the saving. So they don't saving the fiat money, they don't just their local fiat money, but they just stablecoin. So I believe in the future, the stablecoin will be make the payment cross-border much more higher in terms of volume and in terms of adoption as well. For now, we see it growing in emerging countries. Many people make the payment for shopping, for buy some stuff, even in our system. What we see, they pay for the bill, they make the transfer for their friend, or maybe they make the top-up for phone. It makes the life is much more easy with stablecoin. So I believe that this payment for stablecoin will be getting more and more adoption in very near future.